Do you know that people pleasing doesn't just affect your schedule? Yes. You have fixed something you are doing. People pleasing will take your time, your resources, whatever it is, but it doesn't end there. It affects your soul. At first, I understand people pleasing looks harmless. People tell you, oh, you're very easy to work with, you're very accommodating, you accept whatever is thrown at you, you are dependable, you are this, you are that. But then what you do not realize is that even after all of those things, you get tired. From the, oh, can you do this for me? Even when you know that you shouldn't do it, you say, no, yes, you want to please them, but the back end of it is that someone is not pleased. You are not pleased. So the first sign of people pleasing is that you are giving more than you can choose. Don't do above you. There's this our Nigerian pidgin quote that says, no, they do pass yourself. No, they do pass yourself, my brother. No, they do pass yourself, my sister. It means do not do more than you can do. You know, we say you should bite more than you can chew. In this context, don't bite more than you can chew. You are not tired. You are not tired because you are doing too much. It's because you are carrying what is not yours. You are carrying somebody's problem to place upon your head. That's why you are tired. If you cannot do this right now, tell the person, no, I can't. And the person would move on with their lives. And life goes on. I mean, it's nobody's death. Life goes on. People pleasing doesn't usually ruin your life overnight. It drains you slowly until one day you realize that you are tired, you are resentful, and you're unsure why. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Mind and Growth Workout. I am Blessing Umachukwu, your host. And this month of May, we are talking about people pleasing. So, if you have seen the two episodes on that, welcome to the third episode of this people pleasing series. And today we are going to talk about the hidden cost of people pleasing. You know where it came from. You know where it comes from. So now you're going to know the cost of people pleasing. Maybe if you know the cost, you would stop people pleasing. Do you know that people pleasing doesn't just affect your schedule? Yes. You have fixed something you are doing. People pleasing will take your time, your resources, whatever it is, but it doesn't end there. It affects your soul. You know, you will start piling up grudges, start piling up things, and before you know it, you become resentful. And the day you will lash out, the day you would explode like a balloon. I'm trying to imagine what that day or how that day would look like. At first, I understand people pleasing looks harmless. People tell you, oh, you're very easy to work with, you're very accommodating, you accept whatever is thrown at you, you are dependable, you are this, you are that. But then what you do not realize is that even after all of those things, you get tired. Even after you have rested from the day's activities, you get tired. You feel disconnected from yourself and you are irritated. And sometimes you may not even know where that irritation is coming from. It's from the accumulated grudges, from the, oh, can you do this for me? Even when you know that you shouldn't do it, you say, yes, you want to please them, but the back end of it is that someone is not pleased. You are not pleased. And when you keep piling that, you're stockpiling pains, stockpiling hurt, stockpiling sadness, stockpiling grudges. Again, I say, the day you would explode, I can't even imagine how that day would be like. So the first sign of people pleasing is that you are giving more than you can choose. Don't do above you. There's this our Nigerian pidgin quote that says, no, they do pass yourself. No, they do pass yourself, my brother. No, they do pass yourself, my sister. It means do not do more than you can do. You know, we say you should bite more than you can chew. In this context, don't bite more than you can chew. If you cannot do this right now, tell the person, no, I can't. And the person would move on with their lives. And life goes on. I mean, it's nobody's death. Life goes on. One of the hidden cause of people pleasing is emotional fatigue. You start editing yourself. Anytime you enter a room, you start reading the room and you start managing your emotions so that people will not think that you are acting out. Oh, it's nothing. Why are you acting like this? So you just read the room out. You're just reading people's expressions so you would know the reaction you would give them. Let me look at her to know if I tell her no, if she will be happy or if she would be sad. If she will be happy or sad. You don't even care about your own feelings. You do not care about your emotions. You are just focused on other people. It causes you emotional fatigue if you do not know. Your mind can't even rest. Your emotions won't rest because it's just moving from here to here. Who should I please? Who should I not please? What should I do for this person? What should I not do for this person? I want this person. Is this person angry with me? Calm down. That's one of the hidden costs of this thing. It's very deadly if you don't know this thing called people pleasing. I told you before I used to be a people pleaser. I still have just a sprinkle of it. I remember I said, and I'm currently working on myself. So you are not tired. You are not tired because you are doing too much. It's because you are carrying what is not yours. You are carrying somebody's problem to place upon your head. That's why you are tired. Yes, that's why you are tired. The next one is hidden resentment. I've talked about this. I have been mentioning this resentment. It often comes from unspoken boundaries. You have boundaries, but you can't speak it out. So it will come, this person is crossing my boundaries over and over. But you cannot open up your mouth and tell the person you are doing more than you should because you want to please them. It will start building up. It will start building up. When you start saying yes, even when you should say no, resentment will start building up. Because you'll be saying, well, this person doesn't care about me. If he or she does care about me, I would have said no and the person would understand. Now, let me tell you what happened to me. Last year, I had an experience. I don't want to say it was a slight something, but then I reached out to somebody I was supposed to reach out to, and the rest of the persons I did not tell them because I felt like, well, it happened here. This news must have spread to these other places. So when I got no reaction from nobody when I was in pain, right? You know, when you're in pain and you're working and you expect people to just be empathetic towards you. So I kept carrying that inside my. I was like, even this person I told, nobody called me to ask how is your health, what's the problem. I was carrying that thing, okay. I was carrying it until when I even summoned up courage to ask. That was when it was explained to me. That was when I understood that there was a misunderstanding and there was a miscommunication. So people pleasing, you will keep quiet. Even when you should speak out, you would keep quiet. So imagine if I hadn't spoken out then. Imagine what would have happened. Another hidden cost of people pleasing is the loss of identity. I tell you, you won't know who you are again. Blessing would no longer become blessing to you again because I can't find myself. I don't even know what I want. I am just focused on what people want. You will start asking yourself question like, do I really want this? You know you want to do something. You just be asking, do I really want this? Or should I just please this person instead? I don't know why I'm trying to sound this strong, but I have seen what people pleasing can do in a man's life, and it's very bad. That's why I am speaking out. If your identity must survive, it needs honesty. So you must be honest to yourself, right? Stop people pleasing. I'm talking to you as much as I'm talking to myself. Let's stop it. It's not good. Another hidden cost is spiritual disconnection. When people's voices become loud in your life, it will be very hard for you to hear the voice of God. The noise is too much outside that even when God is speaking, you can't speak it because you are focused on pleasing the noise, focused on pleasing other people. You'll feel disconnected. God did not stop speaking to you. Hmm? It's because you are focused somewhere else. You are checking somewhere else. You are refreshing the browser of people's reactions and not what God has told you. That is why you feel spiritually disconnected. People pleasing is bad. What's bad is bad. Let's call it a spade, not a funny implement. People pleasing is bad. You will feel disconnected. There is this song I love so much by Minister Moses Bliss. It says, in the word of so many voices, Lord, I will trust in your precious word. So I want to just pick out that in the word of course, we are in the word of so many voices. But you are the one that will decide if you will listen to those voices or if you will listen to the voice of the Lord. So when you keep on pleasing people, you're watching people's reaction. I don't want people to say I want them to see me as a good person. Even, let me say it. Let me say it. Let me not swallow. Let me say it. Let me not swallow my words. Jesus was fully God and fully man when he was here on earth, and he was good. Yet, he did not please everybody. Some persons indulged him to stay in their cities after the miracles he performed. Well, he had to move to another place. He never said, you know what, let me just please these people and stay among them. Hmm? It will make you to start asking yourself, what will they think of me? Instead of what is God leading me to do. You're not focused on what will they say, what will they say, what will this sister say, what will this brother say. Now let me tell you the truth that you don't know. People pleasing will promise you peace, but do you know what it will give you? Anxiety. Hmm. When you are always eager to please people, you will lose peace. You will become a piece of yourself. By piece of yourself, I mean PIECE. People pleasing promises you connection, belonging, and all. But it will create loneliness. That is what it will give you. Because you become lonely. If nobody cares about you, you are lonely. If nobody is asking me, how do you feel? Tell me, beyond all of this, how are you? You are lonely. So it will promise you belonging, it will promise you community, it will promise you connection. But then you are providing connection to those people. And while you are losing yourself. I have said this before here. Consider people, but prioritize you. Consider people, but what? Prioritize you. Don't think that everything I'm saying is to scare you. Is to wake you up, make you aware of the things you have been doing to yourself. Awareness is not condemnation. It is your permission to choose differently. That is why I'm bringing up this episode. So you would choose differently. Now let me tell you, you are allowed to disappoint people. Mhm. You are allowed to stand up for yourself. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to change your mind. Nobody should tell you otherwise. And you can do all of those things I mentioned and not lose your goodness. You are still a good person. Even when you disappoint people, you are still a good person. Even when you take up space, you are still a good person. Even when you stand up for yourself, you are a good person. Even when you change your mind. Don't let anybody lie to you. Don't let anybody say you're a bad person. You don't. Where is that coming from? Do not even give them that opportunity to say that to you. If you think people pleasing is free, then all of those things I mentioned, I'm sure that they've shown you that people pleasing will cost you lots of things. Your joy, your peace, your happiness, your energy, even your clarity, because you will start to doubt yourself. You will start to doubt what God has told you. Let's say God tells you to do something, and then you are seeking approval from different persons, and they're telling you, no, don't do it, no, don't do it, no, don't do it. You will lose clarity. Oh. You will lose clarity. The moment you see the cost of something clearly, that is the moment you would decide if it is really worth your time, your value, or your resources, or even your energy. If you know the worth, if you know the cost of something, you would know if I should go ahead and buy this. It's just like, let's say I want to buy a phone and I do not know the cost of the phone. I don't even know how I would be reacting. But if I know the cost of this phone, the question I would ask is it really worth it? Is the cost worth what I want to do with the phone? Number two, do I even have the resources to get this phone? So that's where we end this episode on the hidden cost of people pleasing. In the next episode, I'm going to teach us, I'm going to tell us how to set boundaries without feeling guilty. How to set boundaries, yes, without feeling guilty. Gently, faithfully, and practically. You won't feel guilty when you set boundaries. I have a lot of boundaries I have set to, and I'm not guilty about them. Instead, in, instead of being guilty, I am happy Because since I set those boundaries, it has saved me time. It has saved me energy. It has saved me resources. It has saved me my mental health. So, you know our culture. Before I leave, here are our tasks for today and this week. And anytime you come across this video, first question: where do I feel the most drained in my relationships? Check your circle, check your relationship, check your friendship. Where do I feel the most drained? Ask yourself, who is draining me? Who amongst my friends is draining me? Who in my family is draining me? Who in my church, in my place of work, in my school, in wherever? Who is draining me? Second question, what do I resent that I've not spoken about? What is that thing I am keeping here that I know is already resentment that I've not spoken about? If you can't tell anybody, write it down on your piece of paper, or you can just type it to your tablet, your mobile phone, or your laptop, whatever device you want to use. That thing you are keeping here that you haven't told anybody, write it down first. It will be very easy for you to speak it out if you have seen it. After writing it, I want you to read it out to yourself over and over and over again until you feel peace. If you can go ahead to talk to the person, oh, you treated me this way some time ago, and I'm here to say that I do not really like it. Please go ahead and do it. Or after reading it, if you need to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to stop saying yes at the expense of myself and start saying no. That's the reason for all of these tasks I'm giving us, because I want a change in our lives. This 2026, we can't say that we want to achieve a lot when we are pleasing people. It means we are helping people fulfill their goals and not ours. We are helping them run their races and not ours. Last question, what would I change if I honored my limits? See, every human being has a limit. Hmm? So know your limit. Ask yourself, what would change if I honored my limit? This is my limit. So if I honor that limit, what would change? Will I lose that friendship? Will whatever I think I'm receiving stop? Ask yourself, what would? Sometimes we are scared of asking ourselves these questions, not because the answers are bad, but because we are scared to step up to reality. So I want you to ask yourself. That's the essence of this podcast. Those hard questions you are afraid of asking yourself, I would encourage you and push you in quote to ask yourself that question so that you would be free. All right. So that's where we end today's episode on the hidden costs of people pleasing. If you have watched till now, please share this to people you know that are still practicing people pleasing. People you know that have watched you that should see this thing. Please share, right? And subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to turn on your notification to receive updates when new episodes drop. I love you all. Bye.